Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to use Microsoft Excel to create a table of values for an equation and then to use that table of values to generate a graph. So we'll start by giving the names to our column headers. So we'll say X and Y, and underneath my X column, I'll start at -5. I hit Enter. Now, instead of me typing all of the X values I want, I'll use an equation to do that. So I hit the equal sign. Anytime you use the equal sign as the first character, it's telling Microsoft Excel that you're going to ask it to do computation for you. So I'm going to say 1 plus, I'll click on the cell above and hit Enter. And instead of me typing the cell over and over, you click on that cell with the formula. Watch the crosshairs as I hover over that lower right-hand corner. It changes from white to black. That means it's ready to copy and paste. I click down and hold, and then I drag, and it's going to copy and paste that formula so that I don't have to type all of these. I have from -5 to 6 in my X column. Now I'm going to format my table. I highlight all of these cells. I'll choose the type of border I want. I'll center everything, and then I will highlight my column headers, give them a background color, and set them to bold. Now I need to create an equation that generates all of my Y values. So the formula for Y, it's equal to 3 times X plus 2. That means I want this to be 3 times the X value from this cell plus 2. So I hit equals 3 asterisk for times, click on the X value next to it, plus 2, you hit Enter, and it gives me -13. I click on the cell with the formula. I see the formula up here in the formula bar. When I hover over the lower right corner, it turns black, and I can copy and paste and fill the table, and now I have all of my Y values. So I want to take all of these values and turn them into a graph. So I highlight the whole table. I go to Insert. I go over to the Charts area, and I choose the Scatter Plot. I hit this arrow to give me all of the choices. I'm going to choose Scatter with Smooth Lines, and there's my graph. So I'll bring it over here. Let's resize it. There's my graph. So now let's create the table of values for my quadratic equation. Again, I start with the X and the Y for my column headers. I'll start from X equals 5, hit Enter. That brings me to the cell below. I type equals 1 plus the cell above. I clicked on it, I hit Enter, and now I can copy and paste the formulas so that it generates all of my X values. I format my table, and now I want to generate the Y values. Equals 4 minus 1/2 times X raised to the power of 2, and you hit Enter. And now I can copy and paste this. We've generated all of the table of values for my quadratic equation. I can highlight this now, and we want to go to Insert, Scatter Charts, and Smooth Lines. Here's my quadratic equation. And it's that simple to use Excel to generate a table of values and a graph. We can modify this now if I want to change my starting value to start from 0. If I change the first value, it will update everything automatically, and you see the graph shifts. If I want to start my starting value at -10, I click it, and it updates all the values, and the graph shifts. So once everything is programmed like this, it makes it easy to move around along the x-axis and look at the different values and the different parts of the curve.